BMRforum.com and BMRodds.com, boys. What is going on? Welcome back. Episode number 113 of The Lobby. Very, very excited to be here, as always, with Mr. Sam's in charge. You know, I guess you could say Sammy makes me excited to be here, but we're not going to get into that. What's up, Sam?
Sober Sammy, another week here at the office. Sorry if there's an echo. I can hear myself echoing in my office. But, upstate New York, we're back down to earth right now. It's mid-60s and raining all day outside of the past month of being high 80s, lower 90s. So it's good to turn off the AC at the house, get some sweatpants on when I get home. You know what that means? Fall season is coming, which means football season is coming.
Damn
Even
right.
though it's July 31st, we got the Hall of Fame game to be excited for. And I'm sure we'll talk about in a little bit. But had a good day at work, had a good month at work, had some good numbers, and excited, in the sales world, the beginning of the month means everything resets. You're back to a zero and earn that money.
There you go. Well, good luck in the month of August with selling there, Sammy. But Pipe, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, man? Just doing a lot of things, staying busy, getting some sports picks here. I did all right yesterday. I went 3-2, had a couple dogs, one favorite, and lost the damn late Texas game there. Fucking put 6 runs on me. When you got that under 8, just 2-1. You're like saying, just end. It's always the 8th and 9th, man, where you get killed on those unders. It's like those plus 275s. Will there be a run? I'm almost willing to fucking start betting those and blindly. There's always a run in the 8th and the 9th for an under guy.
Yep, exactly. It seems like it's always the way it is. But last but not least, Mr. Donnie Rightside. What's up, Donnie?
Yeah, talking about those unders. Like if you had an under in the Yankee game yesterday, like, man, I'm cruising through this. What the hell just happened here late in the game? It always happens that way. And by the way, Sammy as well, 7-4 right now, the New York Yankees. It is a Thursday. Sam's on. Maybe they hang on, get outside of that rain delay. But the NFL's on tonight, man. Life is good.
Yes, that it definitely is. And let's jump right into that, Donnie. NFL Hall of Fame game. I know we briefly talked about it last week. It's pretty much a coin flip out of Pick'em -1. I think this is going to be one I'm probably just going to stay away from. Who knows what the hell is going to happen, but where are you leaning here?
Yeah, having a little bit of fun in this game. I don't know who's going to win the game. Like, it's hard to predict that in preseason football. Oh, this coach has a good record. That coach has a good record. But you try to, single what could happen. 32.5 points, it's going to be lower scoring. But there is a new offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. Does it mean anything if he gets shut out in this game? Probably not. But you usually want to put your best foot forward and score at least 14-plus points, which means 2 touchdowns. And I'm going to bank on one of those touchdowns. It's juicy. It's a light wager, but it's fun. 1 touchdown pass from the Detroit Lions tonight was priced between -155 to -165 today. Hendon Hooker's going to be starting. Backups will be coming in the second half. I think at least 1 touchdown pass happens from the Lions tonight, and I'll bet that just for some fun. But outside of that, winning the game, no idea.
All righty, thank you. And Sammy, before I jump over to you for your thoughts on this Hall of Fame game tonight, I'm going to pop in Reload right here. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, we're in. Now guys. Boys are here.
What is going on? We have a full house in here.
So Sammy, full house backfield,
Sammy, let me jump over to you. Hall of Fame game tonight. What are you thinking?
It's funny because last week the game was a pick. Now the line movement, all the action is going towards Detroit. So what do all this sharp money know that we don't know? Like you said, it moved the line to -1.5. You're seeing -2 in some books. And even JDS is picking the Detroit Lions tonight as well. But again, if you're an action guy, if you're just looking for some bet out there, if your normal unit size is X, you should be betting at least half of that just to throw some action out there. For me, tennis action is dominating the East Coast because they're in what the hell are they in? But I'll be watching the tennis action. They're in Montreal and Toronto. So I'll be watching the tennis action. I'm going to have my second TV on the NFL game. No action for me, but definitely will be, paying attention. Again, the biggest thing is you hope for no injuries, none of the major guys getting injured, and you root for all the guys that are really, it's a meaningless game for some, but for a lot of these roster spots, that's who these guys are playing for. So meaningless for the bettors, but very impactful for the guys trying to make the roster. So you just hope that you play well and no major injuries.
Exactly. Pipe, let me go over to you. Your thoughts on the Hall of Fame game tonight.
Isn't Trey Lance starting for the Chargers today, or am I wrong on that, guys?
That's what I heard.
Yep.
That's a tough one, guys. That's a tough one. I really haven't had time to look at it, but shit, I'm going to pass.
All right, reload. What are you thinking there? NFL Hall of Fame game time.
I'm going to go with Detroit minus the 1.5. Hate laying even 1 point in a preseason game, but I think they'll be a little more up for the game. They've got 2 new coordinators. I don't know if that was mentioned. I think they'll be trying to look good there. And then there's the fact that San Diego, that LA has to fly to the Eastern time zone for this game, whereas Detroit's just got a 3-hour ride to Canton. I don't know. I mean, later in the preseason, it might not matter as much, but when it's that first game, I don't know. I think the Chargers are going to just want to get in there and get out of there. So go with Detroit minus 1.5.
All righty, reload. Thank you, and good luck with that play. But guys, NFL and college contests are back. Thankfully, the NFL is going to be starting up here soon. So, of course, BMR is starting with some contests for the NFL and college season. Now, the first one I want to talk about, and then I'll move it over to Sammy for another one, is going to be the college and NFL Survivor contest. They're both very, very similar, pretty much similar to a T, except one's NFL and one is college, but they are Survivor contests. So winner take all, first prize gets $1,000 in the form of sportsbook cash with a 5-time rollover. And it's a pretty simple Survivor contest. We're going to post the spreads every Tuesday. And the good thing about it, the spreads will not change during the week. So whatever the spread is on Tuesday, that's going to be the same spread. Saturday, or if you pick early Sunday, the spread will not change. And me personally, Sam, I'll take a look at it Tuesday. I'm not going to do anything until Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to wait till the very last minute and look at how the odds are then versus the odds in the contest. That's kind of how my strategy, my thinking is. But again, every Tuesday they're going to be posting the spreads. Pick a team. Once that team, once you pick a team, if they cover the spread, you continue on. But you cannot pick that team again for the rest of the contest. And if you lose, you're out and it's done. So very, very exciting contest. Again, that's going to be for NFL and for college. And then, Sam, I know there's another contest running. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, the NFL Pick 7. We love it here on the show. Yes, we talk about it every week.
Great contest.
Basically, you pick 7 spreads and you rank them 1 through 7, 7 being the highest. There are weekly prizes and yearly prizes. And again, here on the show, we love it. We talk about it on Thursday. We give an example of what we think our 7 is, and then we could always adjust it on Saturday and Sunday before the games. And also keep in mind, too, that contest lines don't always adjust for real line movement. So every week or every couple weeks, there's always a line where maybe on Thursday we're talking about it and the spread is whatever, -5. Maybe some line movement happens, the line goes up to 7 or 8, and you can still get it at that -5 or vice versa. So definitely you could take advantage of a missed line by a point or two that are off, but it's a fun game. It's a fun weekly challenge because even if you join week 5 or week 6, there are still weekly prizes, and obviously there are yearly prizes. Donnie pretty much performs pretty well in them. I'm pretty much good for a cash in for a random 1 or 2 weeks, but I haven't performed well for the year. But again, it's a free contest for real money. We say it each and every year. You'd be stupid not to do it. Degenerate gamblers love a chance for free money where they're not putting in their own investment. So BMR has given us that opportunity. We thank them for that. And let's get to it. I love this contest. I know Donnie loves it too.
Yes, it always is a great time. But speaking of contests, guys, Poker Tournament of Champions just ended this past week. I want to give a big shout out to each and every person, excuse me, who participated in the Poker Series event. Let's run through the top 8 real fast that got Baller Coins. In 8th place, JDS, congratulations. 7th place, Eddie Cash. 6th place, Aikman.tr. 5th place, TT Warrior. TT, if you're watching this, I'm still waiting for a private message for you. I need to iron out some things with you before I pay you out. So definitely shoot me over a private message or respond to mine. We got to go over a couple things. In 4th, Hunch, winning 250 Baller Coins. Rounding up the top 3. 3rd, number 3, with 300 Baller Coins, White Phil Ivy. Number 2, with winning 500 Baller Coins, is Harpo. And last but not least, Headster X, who not only finished first, but also took out the bounty. So he's going to win 1,050 Baller Coins. Headster X. Congratulations to the top 8. And thank you for each and every one of you for participating this season. It was a great time for sure. And I'll be very excited to announce the next poker series coming here soon. But Sammy, I'm going to turn it over to you. Let's talk some tennis.
Yeah, tennis action in Toronto and Montreal. And then next week, we got Masters in Cincinnati before the U.S. Open, which, again, I love the American hard court swing just from when it's on and it matches up with my East Coast time. So this is great. The matches start around 11, 12 o'clock. And then you have the night sessions where a lot of my action is tonight. So I'll be able to go home tonight and watch a lot of the tennis action. You know, when they're in Australia, the matches are at 3, 4, 5 a.m. So this is more suitable for when I'm awake and go to bed. So hard court season, I had a good day yesterday, 4-1, but overall I'm -5 units on the year. So it's definitely been a grind in comparison to the last couple. I still haven't gone personally to a live event for tennis. Last year, I went to Charlotte for a sports weekend where I did soccer, NBA, and NFL. And this year, I'm planning another vacation where I'm coordinating an NBA and NFL weekend. I'm waiting for the NBA schedule to come out in August. But right now, I have it narrowed down to 5 cities. I'm either going to Denver, to Houston, to Detroit, Cleveland, or Chicago. Personally, I'm looking to go to Denver. That's my number 1 choice. But obviously, I just have to wait for the NBA schedule to line up. But that's pretty exciting, you know, do a solo sports vacation, something I don't really do for myself. And speaking of vacations, Bobby, I know you just booked a cruise. What do you got going on?
Yes, I did just book a cruise, Sammy. Going to be going out of New Orleans, which I've never been to New Orleans. Very excited to go down there, check out the food, check out the whole scene down there on Bourbon Street. A lot of neat
earn your beads, Bobby.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, I think you flash your titties, they throw you some beads. I don't think that happens every day. I think it's just during Mardi Gras. Unfortunately, I think Mardi Gras is in February, but I looked it up and I'm not going to be going during Mardi Gras. That would be pretty cool. But going out of New Orleans on the Carnival Liberty down to Key West, which I've never been, anxious to get some key lime pie.
It's beautiful out there. It's beautiful out there. As a kid, I spent a lot of years out there. It's nice, man. Especially if you go to the end, you know. That's where all the action is.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I'm going to need to pick your brain a little bit. I still got 6 months. I need to pick your brain a little bit there.
It's awesome. And it's awesome fishing out there too, man.
I don't fish. Could you imagine me with a fishing pole trying to reel it in?
You'll probably catch one your first shot out there. There's lots of fish out there.
Sailfish. Let's go.
Yeah.
But then headed to Carnival's new private island, Celebration Key, which is basically a beach day, and then over to Nassau in the Bahamas, which I've been to a few times, but it's been 15, 20 years.
It's beautiful out there.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
The water's pristine.
Yep. So anxious and definitely excited to have another cruise book, to just have something to look forward to, Donnie. I think it's important. Even if I'm just traveling, for a couple of days, I think just having a vacation, having something to look forward to, kind of keeps me motivated throughout the rest.
You get to unwind there, Bobby.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
By the way, you get to see New Orleans too, which is a really cool town. I was out there for the Super Bowl. It's a really neat spot. It really is. By the way, Bobby, did you see Hoop Cruise on Netflix? By the way, did you see that movie?
I did see
I'm telling you, watch it. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious.
I did see that documentary. I liked how they reenacted a lot of things. I think it was a very accurate portrayal of what took place. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen to me.
I want to say one thing, guys. I don't know if you guys know, I'm starting to do it. JDS is going to hold the money. I had an idea for a contest because, I want to get engagement in the forum and why not, make a little money. So I asked the people, we had a few posters interested. JDS, he told me today he wasn't going to get people, but I got to get back into my Twitter so I could do it. I mean, I'm not really hashed out on all the rules, but I was thinking more 7 sides, and then somebody came in and said, hey, why don't we do college? I'm not good at NFL. And I'm like, okay, well, let's jack it up from 7 picks to 10. And some guys decided, $100 a poster a week. So you can play week 1, and if you win, you don't have to even come back if you don't want. There's winners, every week. Like, say you miss it and you come in, and week 5, we're still doing it. and you want to enter, you can, and you're not obligated to. It's just something for fun. And like Sammy said, who don't like free money?
Yep, exactly right. But Donnie, let's jump over to you. Let's talk some MLB today. What do you got?
Yeah, not a lot on the Major League Baseball card. One game underway, but it's still in a rain delay here. We're getting banged with some showers and heavy thunderstorms on the East Coast. The Yankees 7-4 here over the Rays. The dead Atlanta Braves, a 7-11 start tonight going up against the Reds. It's a high number, but it's yesterday Atlanta was just dead in the water. Didn't even score a run. Extra innings in Kansas City on a plane. Trade deadline, they're out of it. What are you actually getting out of them? But tonight, that Rangers-Mariners game is really interesting. A low team total, 3.5 for the Mariners. It is juicy, around like a minus 155 price. I think they score at least 4 runs in that game. If you take the regular line, the 4.5, it's like a plus 105. The Mariners time with Eugenio Suarez in the lineup, I think there's going to be some excitement there, and I think they can get to Kumar Rocker. But that's 7.5, even with George Kirby on the mound, a little bit light for me. I think we get 8 runs in that game, but more likely those runs coming from the Mariners, and that's where I lean. That number, by the way, was like minus 150 this morning, minus 178 or higher, just taking a side on the Mariners, man. Everybody's loading up on them.
All righty. Thank you, Donnie. And as you mentioned, it's a small card like Sammy's small cock. So let's go over to him.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, and Sammy in charge, right? Small card, small cock, Sammy in charge. All the SCs, right? All right. But yeah, I mean, it's a light card. There's only 3 days, so the line movement on Seattle is probably just people loading up on action because there's nothing really to bet. So they're just following the favorite, But I'm going to go the other way. If you take the 2 favorites and put them in a parlay, so if you take Cincinnati and Seattle, it pays like plus 150, plus 160. So that's just a way to get some favorites without laying the juice on there for a small little parlay. And yeah, shout out to the Yankees. Per their Twitter, it should be coming back in the next 20 minutes, but I don't know if there's, like I said at the beginning, it's raining in upstate New York, so probably New York City it's raining, just like Donnie in Philly it's raining. But yeah, the temperature is definitely dropping over the next week. But yeah, light card going into the weekend, so just go with a couple money line favorite for some plus money and get you some action.
Yep.
All righty, Reload. What do you got on the MLB card? I know it's small today.
Yeah, short card today. By the way, that rain, I think it's starting to clear up a little. It was pretty devastating a while ago, though. I'm about maybe 15 miles from Yankee Stadium, and hopefully they can get going again there. But card tonight. The only game I'm looking at, the Braves and Reds going under 9.5. Like Donnie was just saying, there's not going to be much going on in this game. The Braves just got shut out. The Braves also called up Carrasco, or should I say they acquired Carrasco. And but his numbers have been okay in AAA. His whip was going down as his starts happened in AAA this month. So I think he'll have an okay start. Not sure how long he's going to go, but I think okay enough to keep this under. And the under is 6-0 in this whole homestand the Reds have had. So really got to go under 9.5. That's the only thing that sticks out to me here.
All righty, Reload. Thank you for that. Excuse me.
We also had the MLB trade deadline today. I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of big news. Has there been anything? I know there's still
not much movement. Huh?
I haven't heard much.
Padres are loading up at this point right now. Correa went back to the Astros, just a big name there. But the Padres added a lot there. Mason Miller on the back end, got another couple relievers, O'Hearn and also Laureano. So they're loading up here. So more of that arms race. But Yankees, I know, picked up a couple guys, but we'll see. But what is it? 6 o'clock is when it actually closes.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit more fireworks before we have it. Yeah.
All right, let me jump over to you.
Yeah, I'm late thinking about something, that NFL game that I wanted to point out to everybody. Usually the under, it's usually what I do. And historically, the under's been a good bet in this Hall of Fame game, but the last 2 have been over, man. And I don't know whether people know it or not, but John Harbaugh's well known for being a great preseason bet. That's why it's no bet for me. He's 10-6 in preseason. Campbell's 3-6-1. Just thought I'd say that in the last 10.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Anyway, as far as the baseball goes, I'm tending to be on one play that I feel strong, and that's the under. We got Rocker for Texas and Kirby in that game. That number's 7.5. I'm seeing a minus 111 right now. That seems like a great bet today. Probably a big bet, and that's only one bet.
All righty. Donnie, let me jump over to you. Let's talk and this is going to be wild. WNBA, you got dildos on the court.
Oh,
you got
my
air
goodness.
pieces flying out. What
Yeah.
the hell's going on?
I don't know. It's just a wild sport as is at this point. I'm surprised they didn't make any bigger deals out of it, but it's got, I mean, anytime, look, sophomoric humor is what most guys live for. So if anybody's like, hey, did you see that dildo hit the court yesterday for the WNBA? It automatically piques our interest. It does. You see it on the replays there, and they zoom in on it, and all you have to do is get a laugh. I remember a couple years ago, like the Buffalo Bills fans would throw that onto the football field a couple times a season, and it never fakes to get a laugh out of me because I'm just a little kid at heart. Hey, somebody threw a dildo on the court. I think it's hilarious. That's all. It's just me, you know?
Hey, what was that about? I'm sorry. What was that about? Some fan got thrown out for laughing, somebody losing a wig or something?
Yeah, one of the
Oh, my
girls lost a
gosh.
wig, and a fan was apparently, quote, mocking her, laughing at her, whatever the case may be. Apparently, the Phoenix bench heard it.
I got to watch that.
Getting the fan tossed. I mean, I think that's just ridiculous. But Sam, Donnie mentioned about, piquing the interest when, he knew about a dildo. I'm sure things peak when you hear about dildos. But what was your thought on that?
Yeah, they just missed their target. I tried to turn around to give them a position. They just missed it. So the good news is that
alumni.
The good news is that from my seat, which was, there's only about 75 people in the audience, I was able to run all the way down to the court side without anyone or even security even stopping me. And even the women players didn't really know. They couldn't stop me either. So I just ran right through and grabbed them and got them myself. But yeah, Donnie makes a good point with the Buffalo Bills that I was going to mention. They love throwing dildos. The Bills Mafia, these guys are crazy. Yep. But I mean, the WNBA doesn't even know what their target audience is or how to make them. Like, that was viral. The player that accidentally knocked the wig off, that went viral, and now they're using it as a way to hurt their fan base and tossing fans. Like, they don't even know how to market themselves.
They should be leading into this somehow.
Yeah,
yes.
They're so bad at marketing themselves. They don't even know how to make their marketing good. Caitlin Clark, let's fucking bash her. Angel Reese, everyone hates. Let's make her famous. Like, they don't even know what they're doing, and that's why they can't make any money. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And real quickly before we get out of here, guys, Donnie, I know JDS, he wanted your review, your opinion on Happy Gilmore 2. I saw the first. What I ended up doing was I saw the first one night, the original, because God, it's been years since I've seen it. Then the following night, I watched the second one. Honestly, between both of them, I liked the first one better. I liked how the second one had flashbacks to the first one. It made me chuckle every time, a salt and pepper shaker was used as a flask. Golf balls were used as a flask. I could see myself doing something like that. Probably Sammy too. But so that made me chuckle. But overall, I like the first one with the appearances of, Bob Barker and other celebrities. But JDS wanted your review on the second one. So what do you think?
I came into it with very low expectations, wanting to hate it, because anytime Netflix picks something like the last time, the Coming to America that they did, the remake, which was absolutely horrendous. I barely even could get through it. So it's like, all right, what's Happy Gilmore going to be? Because we all remember that slapstick fun stuff, 1990s, and how it holds up. It actually did. Like, if it's on let's just say a 1 to 10 scale, and I give it a 5. But a 5 means I was able to watch it, have some laughs, have some enjoyment, made it through no problem at all. I actually enjoyed it in that fashion because I didn't set it up to say, oh, it's going to be better than the original and then it'd be let down. I went into it like this is probably going to be terrible, and it wasn't. Had a lot of great cameos, had some belly laughs there, had some, corny parts. But if you're just going to sit down and watch a movie, start to finish, and have a good time, like Happy Gilmore 2 did that, to be honest. So low expectations, hit my expectations, and was actually better than what I thought it was going to be. I enjoyed it. I did.
Relo, did you see both of them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw the first one long ago. I did see the second one. I gave my take on this. I did post on Twitter, and I said the first 2/3 of the movie are pretty good. Like, they built the story nice, and yeah, all the cameos were great. I really enjoyed it. It was just that last third of the movie where they got into all the crazy golf holes, the graphics that were up, and how silly it got. It basically got as bad as Caddyshack 2 at the end of it. So, and unfortunately, a lot of people just remember how movies end. They don't think of how the rest of it went. But overall, I liked it. I liked all the cameos. Well, we're seeing, but I can only really give it maybe a 7 or 8 out of 10 because of how silly the rest of it got.
Sammy, your thoughts on both of them?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Listen, we're not watching an Oscar-winning film. We're watching a comedy, and we're watching an actual comedy like it's the 90s, like it's the early thousands. They didn't make any sexist or racist joke. They didn't make any women, hating jokes on there. It was just true comedy. I had some moments where I was belly laughing. It was genuinely funny. And I thought the context was great too. They respected, it was 29 years later. They respected all the actor and actresses that passed away over time. I thought they had a great fight scene between, Happy and Shooter McGavin in the cemetery, where all those cemetery bricks were all past members that passed away. I thought that was a good respect to there. I loved, like you said, Bobby, all the joking with the whiskey. It's in his golf club. It's in the cuckoo clock. It's in the golf ball. I thought that was super creative. And I can relate to that. And then from the golfing and the comedy standpoint, it was good. I actually liked how that last hole, they made it where the green was elevated, where you step on the green and then it tilted, and then they had to have some strategy. I thought Bad Bunny was pretty good in it. Travis Kelce was good in it. I liked what's the Boban, the 7-footer, he was pretty funny in it. I actually had to Google who Eminem was at the end of it, because I'm like, I know he's in the movie, but who was he? So he was the jackass son. I didn't realize that until I Googled it, but that was good. So overall, I thought it was a good movie. Again, like Donnie said, the expectation wasn't this is going to be the best movie of all time. It's a comedy movie, and that's what it was. So I Happy Gilmore 1, you're going to watch it a million times. And this movie, I'm going to watch maybe a couple times. It's like that 1 watch, 2 watch, 3 watch. Nothing beats the classic. I could watch that movie, once a month. This movie, I'll watch a couple times, but it's not memorable as the first one, but it was definitely better than expectation.
All righty. Well, thank you guys, and I hope everyone enjoyed this episode of The Lobby, episode number 113, and we will see you on the forum.
See you. All right.